Dream it, draft it, watch them soar. Tomorrow starts forevermore. Raise the banner, sound the horn. A brand new legend has been born. Draft day magic, bold and bright. The future starts tonight.
Hey, howdy, hey, everyone. My name is Dylan. I am one of your hosts in Draft Day Magic.
And my name is Mish, and I'm your co-host.
And you can find me at universally_Disney_and everything.
And you can find me at mommy_n_me_AP Disney on Instagram.
Wow, that is a mouthful and a half for both of us there, Mish, huh?
Oh, yeah. I had to take a deep breath before I said it.
Honestly. So, Mish, what is your favorite Disney movie?
Ooh, my favorite Disney movie. Okay. My favorite Disney movie. Wait, Dylan.
What?
Nice try, because I can't tell you what my favorite Disney movie is. Not with today's game.
That's right. Today's
Nice try.
episode, we are going to be drafting our best and our favorite animated Disney movies.
Fun.
Should be a really great time tonight. Hope you all enjoy this episode. Besides myself and Mish, we do have two people joining us today, two of our friends that we have found on the interwebs here. Our first friend here, we'll introduce you as Stephanie. Stephanie, do you mind joining us?
Hey.
Hello.
Stephanie.
Hi, Dylan, Mish. Thank you for having me on here. I am Midwest Magical _Steph. Steph, live in the Midwest, trying to keep every day in life a little magical. I love Disney. I love Universal, and you can find me on both Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you could join us today. And then our other co-host that we'll be having on today is Jason.
All right. Yo-ho, mateys. Yo-ho, daddy-o here. Thank you for having me, guys. I'm really looking forward to this episode. Like I said, I'm yoho.daddy-o. You can only find me on Instagram. I'm on no other platform. Keeping it simple. I'm also the co-host of the newly revamped The Dadcast. It used to be formerly known as the Disney Dadcast. But we kind of revamped a little bit. But yeah, you can find me on both of them at the Disney Dadcast official and at yoho.daddy-o.
Yes, and everybody go check out his podcast. They are awesome to listen to.
Amazing.
All right, everyone. So welcome to our very first episode of Draft Day Magic. So for our very first episode, we are going to be drafting our best and our favorite and the best overall Disney animated movies. So rules going forward is we are going to be doing a snake draft, meaning whoever goes first will then subsequently go last in the next round. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, up until the fifth and final round. Once a movie has been placed or taken off of the draft board, it is no longer available to be picked. After we pick our movie, we'll go into a description of why we picked said movie, and then at the end of the fifth and final round, we will all vote on who had the best overall draft. And then for you at home listening, you all can then pick whoever had the best draft as well, and then whoever wins gets bragging rights for the next month or so. Without further ado, I will be doing a wheel of names spin here to see who goes first. So drum roll, please. And our first pick is Mish.
Yay! Woohoo!
Going second is myself. I'm not cheating, I swear. This is all
I think you're rigging it a little bit.
Yeah, it does sound a little rigged.
We can't even see your screen. For people that are actually viewing it, we can't even see your phone.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And then, I'm recording this. And then third is Jason, and then finally Steph.
Okay.
All right.
Now can I go?
Best for last, exactly.
Best for last.
Well, you won't always be last, though, because it does flip around and change.
You're right. Doesn't work.
You get 2 picks in a row there, Steph.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay. So I get to go first. I I feel like the pressure is high.
It's first pick is the hardest pick because if you pick wrong, you're not going to get any of the movies for the next 6 picks. So
I mean,
pick
and we all know
wise.
my picks are solely based off of, the male, main character most of the time. Steph knows what I'm talking about. Okay, first pick. I'm pretty sure I want to go with Emperor's New Groove.
Kind of knew you were gonna do that.
I was hoping that was going to get picked like later in the rounds. I could have
Listen,
grabbed
I
that,
need to
but
make sure
all
that
right.
nobody else picks it. That I just had to get it out of the way. It's mine. Nobody else can take it. I mean, my reasonings, it's just iconic. I mean, he's like such a good main character. He's cocky. He doesn't care about anybody, and he does a full 360 in the movie. He finds himself. He ends up being, I don't want to say like kind. He's like kind adjacent. But he's great character development and just the cast in general. I mean, Kronk is amazing. I don't know. I love the movie. It's iconic.
No, for sure. I think that is a very solid first round pick, even though it's not my favorite, but okay. Just jealous a little bit. Yes, no, I think, Emperor's New Groove is by far, I think, one of the most underrated, movies. When it first came out, I feel like it really wasn't appreciated at all. And actually got like
No.
terrific reviews in the box office. But now it has this
Yep.
gigantic cult following.
Oh,
But,
yeah. 100%. I agree.
What's everyone's favorite quote from Emperor's New Groove? I feel like it's probably one of the most quotable Disney movies out there.
Can I say mine?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So it's, I'll turn him into a flea. I'll put that flea in a box, and I'll put that box in another box, and I'll nail that box to myself. And when it gets there, I'll smash it with a hammer. That's my favorite quote.
Jason, what about you?
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever.
Oh, come on. You got to do it with a little bit more pizzazz.
Nah, that's the pull the lever.
Dang it. He
yeah.
I'm gonna give it some pizzazz.
Right? See, Jay, if you had one of those chairs that like you can like pull it and make it drop a little bit while you were saying that would have been fantastic. I'm just saying.
I'm in one right now. I should do it, but I'm not sure I'll be able to get back up.
Steph, what about you? What's your favorite quote from the movie?
Boom, baby.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think my favorite one is when he's doing the Cusco dance and he's just like, he runs into the old guy and he goes, "Oh, you threw off my groove." And then the guard comes up, "Excuse me, sir, you've thrown off the Emperor's Groove." And then he gets yeeted out of the window and it's just like, "Sorry!"
Yeah.
Actually really surprised that nobody said, "Oh, right, the poison for Cusco.
No.
The poison chosen especially to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison."
Or what about
You know.
SpongeBob? Do we have time for dessert? Yeah, no, that's such a great movie, though. All right. So, unfortunately for all of us, Emperor's New Groove is off our list. So, that leads into my pick. I'm going with a 90s movie. I think this is by far my favorite movie of all time. I have a tattoo of said movie, but I'm going with The Lion King. I think Lion King is one of the best Disney movies out there with some of the best songs. Hakuna Matata and Circle of Life is probably some of the two best known movie songs. And then also Elton John with Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And has one of the coolest Disney villains as Scar. But yeah, I think that's a solid pick. And then it's also a resemblance of, I believe it's Hamlet, if I'm not mistaken. So it takes place of the Shakespearean play and everything like that. So I feel like that's a pretty solid choice as my as the round one second overall pick there for myself.
All right. That's
Very
an absolute
nice.
good choice. Yeah.
Good choice. Dang it.
Dang it.
Dang it.
Cross it off the list.
Okay.
Just did.
All right. So am I next? All right. So my first, and actually this is as in like since I became a father, this movie kind of went up on the list. I picked the Goofy movie.
God dang it.
Yeah. um, yeah, I kind of knew that this was going to be on y'all's list too. I mean, with its anniversary, celebrated recently, and um, it's just been I think Goofy has been gaining a lot more attention and a lot more fame. As you can say, I mean, he's always
As
been popular, but I feel
should.
like yeah, as he should. Yeah, exactly. But the reason why I picked this is because, although I'm not, I'm married and I do have a wife, but man, Goofy, he just does it as a single dad. And, the hardships of raising a kid, I don't have a teenager yet, but like I could only imagine what it's gonna be like. Um, but the thing is, Goofy's doing his best to raise his own son, and it just tells you even throughout the movie, like he's making mistakes. And it's kind of hard to for me, it's kind of hard to admit that, I'm wrong sometimes. It's a lesson learned kind of thing. And I just have huge respect for Goofy for doing that. Yeah.
Jay, I think you hit like a really good point
Hmm.
because as a kid, I related more to Max. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
We all
Goofy is
did.
so annoying,
Hmm.
like, oh, look at this. Like, he just wants to stay back with Roxanne. He's making him go on this stupid drive, whatever. But as a parent now, it's
Yeah.
like you look at Goofy's side of it, and it's
Yeah.
just so crazy how much like we relate to Goofy now. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that definitely hits a soft spot.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
taking it away.
Well, yeah, it's mine. Y'all got to choose something else.
It's
I mean,
funny
I
how, like,
also
as kids watching movies, we like somewhat empathize or see it through a different character's eyes. But now, as grown-ups or parents, it's like
Hmm.
we somewhat
Hmm.
feel towards a different character, like the dad or Max or Goofy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
no,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
It's very much like Ariel because Ariel was like, I love
Yeah.
him, Daddy. And he's like, put some
Yeah.
clothes on, stay away from him. Are you kidding?
Hmm.
So, it's very
Or
different
like
watching it as an adult.
Sebastian.
And I mean, you can't forget the final number in the Goofy movie for Eye to Eye. I mean, that is such a great pump up song. And I think it's like one of my favorite songs. And then Stand Out too. Also a good one. Open Road. And whatnot. And then the possum song too is just so
Yeah.
good.
I was just going to say the possum song.
Who's your
Who's your
favorite
favorite
possum?
possum?
Yeah. It's
Same
been.
page, Dylan. Same page.
Did you guys practice that? You said that
No.
at the same
Oh,
time.
No,
yeah. They were
not
in
at
sync.
all.
Yeah.
You're
But yeah, I
insane.
remember when it came out on VHS. So I lived overseas in Japan. So like us military kids, we got everything stateside came later. Like it was a month or two later when it came out. So when I finally got a hold of the VHS, I brought it into my second grade class, and the whole class was just like I felt like I was the popular kid for once. Because they just our teacher approved it, and so we literally spent the last half of the day just watching that movie, and so definitely part of our childhood for sure.
Oh, yeah. And Jason, I can't help but see in the background there that you
Yeah.
have a Goofy phone, and I also have
Yes,
the Goofy
sir.
phone.
Stop.
Does yours still work though?
Yeah, I had to hook it up to old school way, and then it's so funny on how it sounds. Like I couldn't believe that
Yeah.
it actually still works.
Oh
I
my
think I
God.
That
think
is
I need to find.
hilarious.
I tested it out the other day, but it wasn't working.
Mhm.
So, but what's so funny? My mom bought this uh, decades ago,
Mhm.
and she had it hidden away. And she found it one day, and she said, "Hey, I kept this. You want it?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want it!" And but yeah, it's just he's been sleeping back here for
Yep,
however long. I don't know. Yeah, it's back there.
that's so funny. All right, so Steph, I think you are next there for the final pick in the first round.
Okay, well, since some of mine are knocked off the list already, I am going to go, like Dylan, to the early 90s. This might be one of my top favorite Disney movies of all time, is Aladdin.
Ugh,
Um,
I can't.
yeah, for obvious reasons, like Robin Williams as the genie. I think the genie steals the show for me. I love the carpet. I love our sidekick Abu. I wanted to be Jasmine in the worst way when I was a daughter, but speaking to the goofy thing now, I like kind of as a parent, like, you spoiled brat. I know. But and like Aladdin, like, you know, just a poor kid who tried to make something of himself, had a little help from his pal the genie, but like the music is still so awesome. It's nostalgic. I love Aladdin. I loved it as a kid, and I still to this day love that movie.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Steph,
Aladdin is just so iconic too. I mean,
So good.
A Whole New World is my karaoke song, so I don't sing the Jasmine parts, but like I will do the Aladdin's part all day. And the music is just fantastic. I mean, from
Yeah.
like
So
me,
I think when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, I did a dance recital to the song during, you know, where I can't remember how it goes, but it's like during the big parade where they're marching out, and I was dressed in my Jasmine costume, and like I just felt like I was living life, you know, in 4th grade when I was doing that dance recital. So I love that movie so much.
that's really
Steph, it's so
solid.
funny because you said you were picking Aladdin for obvious reasons, and immediately out loud I said abs, and you said genie, and I was like, oh, right, got it.
You know, I have that written down, like, totally, that's on the list. But no, actually, another thing that I forgot to mention, not abs related, but creepy, Jafar. He's such a good villain. He's such a insidious, sly, just a bad guy, but I love him. I've met him a lot. Like, he's such a good villain. He's such a good villain.
Yeah. It's like you love to hate him type of thing.
Yes, very much so.
Have you guys? I'm sure you probably have seen it. The show that used to be over at California Adventure, the Aladdin show over there, when it used to be there. How
the
good was
Hyperion.
that show?
Oh, it was good. That's something that I always wanted to see. I always make time to go see at the California Adventure side.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but then I think they decided to stop that, and then they added Frozen. I think it was. I think it was Frozen, but yeah, it's something you have to watch because yes, they have like a script of what they do for the whole play or the whole musical, but they ad lib in stuff for like current event, like, you know, like I think at that time Beyonce's Single Lady was like a huge thing. So like Genie would, like, you know, improv a Single Lady's song or a dance into it, you know, and so I definitely miss seeing Aladdin there, because I don't even know if they're even doing Frozen there anymore. I don't know if that theater is just empty right now. I think but I guess I'll go see, because I'm actually going in August. I'm going in August to Disneyland, so
Well, you have to let us know.
yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know.
I don't know. I might be getting mixed up in my shows because we did go to see Aladdin on Broadway as well. Off Broadway, I should say, in Omaha, Nebraska. And I just remember like being in awe that they were flying on the carpet. And I can't remember if that was from the Broadway show, or if we did see it at Disneyland. We have been to Disneyland many times. It's just been like 7 years now. I would imagine we would have gone to it. I feel bad. I really don't remember.
Yeah.
But you know, back then, I feel like a lot of the musicals and a lot of the shows weren't as popular. And we're just talking about like a decade ago or 2 decades ago. And now it's like, I think it's something that a lot of people make time in their schedule, their Disney trips to actually go see, you know? So, yeah, I guess we'll find out. I'll find out.
Yeah.
Next month or this month.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot, especially at Walt Disney World too. I mean, I always make a time stop to at least go see Lion King anytime I'm at Animal Kingdom. I do like to go to Beauty and the Beast as well over at.
If you don't see Indiana Jones,
oh, and of course
I swear.
Indiana Jones, but that's a Sun Spectacular.
Okay.
That's not a musical.
Yeah.
Well, still, but it's a show, and you make time for it. So
Yep.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. It's a show. Yep.
I still wish they had the extras though at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
we
that
went
used
to
to be really
audience
fun.
members. I got picked twice, and I was like, the first time I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited!" And then I got picked the second time, like, "All right, let's keep going." And then the second time, I
You're
got to
meant to
do
be
my
in that
death
show,
scene.
Dylan.
Yeah, it's my favorite
Dylan, you did
show.
the death
I
scene?
love Indiana Jones. I mean, like, if you can't tell, I have a bunch of Indiana Jones merchandise. I have the idol. I have the cup
That is
of
so cool.
ice as well, and then I have these things are so the stone, of course, and then I have this thing's so heavy. Mickey Mouse as Indiana Jones.
Jeez. Yeah,
That's
no
amazing.
joke.
I
You're an
do
indie
like Indiana
fan.
Jones.
I
But
love
yeah,
that.
I mean, it was one of my favorite shows one of my favorite movies growing up. I'd have that like on
Mhm.
repeat and stuff. Anyways, Steph, you are next in the second round. So far, so good,
that's
guys.
right.
We
I
are
get a back-to-back.
cruising along
Okay.
here. You get a
Mm.
back to back.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with a little bit jump to not the 90s, early kind of mid 2000s. I'm gonna go with Tangled, because I think of all the princesses, Rapunzel, I don't love her the most. She's not my favorite princess, but I just think she's like the most fun, realistic, goofy, nerdy, down to earth girl. And I love Flynn Rider, and I love Pascal. He is such a cute little guy, and I love Mandy Moore. Like, I think she was the perfect choice for the voice. Not only for just like the voice character, but also the singing. And I like, who doesn't love that lantern scene when they're in the boat? Like, that hits me right in the feels every time. And because of that, like, when you go to Disney World, like I always make it a point to stop back by the bathrooms and do like a big photo shoot in the bathroom area, because it's so beautiful back there. Like, yeah, they're great bathrooms, of course, but it's Tangled, it's Rapunzel, and there's hidden Pascals back there too. Some people don't know that. So that's a really fun movie, because I love Rapunzel.
Yeah, Disney justice for Tangled, because she needs her own ride officially.
For sure.
Yeah.
So please
Yeah.
get on that.
Bathrooms are not enough.
No, definitely not.
Well, I think in one of the Tokyo parks they did open a ride for her.
They did. Yeah.
They do.
It's
Yeah, and
forget
the
if it was-
froze like completely
I think
destroyed
it
her
is
hair.
Tokyo, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And it
Is it so? Yeah.
amazing. It looks amazing. It's a
Yeah.
boat ride, like a water boat
Yeah.
ride, kind of in the dark.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
From what I understand, like the line is always 1,000,000 miles long, but maybe one day
Yeah.
I'll get over there and I'll get to ride it.
The Tangled boat scene with the lanterns comes up onto the castle. I mean, it's just like so magical to see that and everything.
It's so magical.
Yeah, it's just so good. And then of
And
course,
like
you have
say-
this
I like
amazing
Mother
character.
Gothel. I think she's a good villain.
You
She's just a nasty woman. Like, she stole a baby and used her for her
Yeah.
magic her whole life and kept her in prison. So I like characters. They're just like really good, fun characters.
And how do we all feel about the new live action?
Mm,
Oh,
I don't know.
I have thoughts. I have thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
on,
Flynn
okay.
is not supposed to have Flynn is not supposed to have a mustache. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, some facial hair, yes. And he was a great pick. I can't remember the actor's name, but he was a great pick. And then we saw like some sneak peeks, and he's got this little like mustache piece, and I'm like, why? Somebody wax his upper lip. Like, that's gross.
Yeah.
Take it off. I don't like it.
I don't understand why they do that. Like, they see a very successful animated movie like Tangled, right? It's successful. Now, I wouldn't mind just wanting to see a live action of exactly what that was, right?
Right.
But why do they have to go and try to butcher something like that with, adding in... I know it's Hollywood. I know the excuse is it's always Hollywood, but,
Right. But
you've-
still.
you've had something successful. Don't try to change it if it's been successful.
Right. If it ain't
I
broke,
mean,
don't fix it.
right, yeah. But
Totally.
I guess we'll see. We'll wait and see. But
I
that's
don't
one of the
know.
reasons why I don't watch these movies in theaters anymore. I go,
It's disappointing.
yeah, I just wait till it comes out on Disney Plus.
Steph, I will say when you started talking about like the reasons why you loved or, not liked Rapunzel, but like you loved the movie and you said Flynn, I was like, oh yeah, Smolder. Like I feel like there's something seriously wrong with me. Like I'm just like picking one
No,
word that
no,
describes these
girl.
men. I'm like,
I
yes,
get
abs, Smolder, just
the Smolder. He is. Isn't it weird that I think a cartoon character is super handsome? Because Flynn Rider is super handsome. Like, he is a good looking character.
right?
And he's got this
Exactly. Even
Yep.
if they can't get his nose right, he's got the smolder. It's just something about him. It's the charisma. It's the confidence. It's everything. I'm
Yes.
talking by a cartoon character here, guys. I need to stop.
I
Mrs.
agree.
Hear
You're
Me
not
Out.
alone. Not alone.
Yeah.
Listen, there are quite a few on my Hear Me Outs, but Flynn is definitely on that top 5 for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. I agree.
All right. So, Jason, what is your next pick?
Oh, is it me?
It is you.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go way back in time, and I'm gonna pick Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. All right.
Yes, Robin Hood. I've always been fascinated with Robin Hood, with his storyline, like the lessons from that story, and I'm a huge fan of Kevin Costner's Robin Hood. I don't know if you've ever seen that version of Robin Hood with him and with Morgan Freeman and Christian Slater. I watched that over and over and over again. And Alan Rickman's Sheriff of Nottingham portrayal, like and this was obviously before Harry Potter. So like when I saw him as Snape in Harry Potter, I was like, oh, that's Sheriff of Nottingham. That's him. And but I just kind of like the story of taking. Well, obviously, I'm not going to take from the rich and give it to the poor because I'm just going to get arrested. But I just like that. Like you should always be willing to, if you can, help out. If you are able, help out. And I think that was I just loved it. I loved the fact that everybody saw him as a criminal, or at least the fact that Robin Hood had good in his heart. And so. Although I didn't get to see Robin Hood, the animated one, the Disney animated one, until after I watched the Kevin Costner version.
Mhm.
I do still like the story behind. I do like the story of Robin Hood. But yeah, I picked Robin Hood. That's not my number 2.
All right. So I'm trying to go through my list right now to see what I want next. I think for second round pick for me, I am going to go with a movie that was also in the 90s. This one is about a hero who goes from being a zero and then
Gosh
comes
dang
back
it.
You why?
is Hercules. That is the movie I'm going with.
I am so mad. I'm quitting the podcast.
Okay.
Dang it.
Hercules is so good. Not only just the story in itself, but the animation too, the Hercules storyline, but the songs too. I Can Go the Distance is probably one of my favorite songs of, other than like, Circle of Life and Hakuna Matata, and a few others. But it's just one of those songs that I can always go back to and just like listen and just be like, this makes me feel like I can basically do anything. And not only that, but having James Woods as Hades is so iconic. I mean,
Best villain ever, in
one
my
of the
opinion.
best. I mean,
Best
just
villain
get so angry and
ever.
just
So good.
See?
and then one of my favorite things in Hercules is probably Hades. I mean, just with how sinister he is, his catchphrases, and just everything about him just is so perfect. And just James Wood voicing him just makes it that much better. And then of course you can't forget Phil as Danny DeVito, and also being just so good too. So my pick is Hercules.
Iconic. Danny DeVito.
That's a good pick. You took it off my list, but that's a good pick.
I think you took it off of everybody's
too.
list.
Yeah.
Okay, Mish, you are up. You get to go twice. Don't forget.
Wait, I do? I thought it switches after that one.
Nope, because we're in the second round, so you go last and then first and third.
Good to know.
You get double picks.
Okay. then I'm going to think with not my head. I'm going to think with other body parts right now and say Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Ask me why.
I like
I
it.
forgot about
I like
Tarzan.
it.
Mitch, why'd you pick Tarzan?
Loincloth. That's all I have to say.
I wonder, didn't you say something about abs earlier?
You see? Abs, he's good with his hands. Like, did you see the way he just like picked Jane up? Like, not even with his hands, with his freaking feet, and just swung. Like, hello. Some of those camera angles were really good, by the way. Loincloth, main reason. End of story. He would do anything for Jane. Are you kidding? Like, he's just, I don't know. Yep, that's all I got. Loincloth. End
I
of
mean,
story.
the dude was raised by apes or gorillas, so like he's gonna be strong as heck, for sure.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Who could forget about Phil Collins just mastering that
Yeah.
score? I mean, he did
Mhm.
not need to go that hard in making that score at
No.
all. And he just
Uh-uh.
said, hold my beer. Let me put this piano on fire real fast.
He nailed
What do
it.
you guys?
It was great. That was not the first reason that came to my mind, but yes, the music was great.
I like music. What can I say? This is kind
I
of
do
all
too.
right now.
I do too, but anytime Tarzan was on that screen, I heard nothing. Heard nothing.
Just
Everything
Wow.
else was a blur.
noise. Just oh.
It was just, like zoned in, Yep.
What do you guys think about, I guess, the lore connection between Frozen and Tarzan? Did you guys
No.
you guys hear about that?
No.
Mhm.
I've heard it, but I think no.
No, you don't think they're
No.
no? Okay.
I get it.
I haven't heard it. What's the connection?
Oh, the connection is that Anna and Elsa's parents, how their parents went out on a voyage or, on their ship and their ship, sunk. Well, that ship was the same ship that landed on whichever jungle that they had Tarzan. So actually Tarzan is actually related to Elsa and Anna.
I mean, it makes sense on paper, but they don't look I mean, maybe the dad a little bit,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But also, how bad of luck do you have to have? Like, not only do you shipwreck and you have no help, you lose your entire crew.
Yeah.
No communication with the outside world. You make a treehouse. You survive. You have a son. All of a sudden, nope, dead by what was it? Cheetah? I don't know.
Sabora.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how shitty does your luck have to be to have two of those things happen? Like, I mean, hey, maybe it is them, but I don't know. They pissed somebody off upstairs because I mean, they practically died one way and then came back and then died another way. Like, that just really bad luck. Hades is sitting there like with the scissors, with the three ladies and the scissors. Like, that's a whole nother thing. Like, that's maybe another connection.
What's with these scissors?
That was great. That was great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the lore for that. I'm gonna be Charlie Day right now from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and bring down my little sheet here and do this. But it doesn't make sense, okay? And I'll tell you why. Because they were on the journey to Arendelle, from Arendelle to Rapunzel's kingdom for her coronation or her birth. And I'm sorry, but when you're up here in Norway and you're going all the way down to Germany, you do not go past Africa. You do not.
Yeah.
So that does not happen. There is one connection I do believe in, and that is the shipwreck that's in The Little Mermaid is their ship. That I
believe. That I believe. Yep.
Yeah. That one I will sit there and
that makes more sense based on location.
Mhm.
That makes
Exactly.
sense.
Yep. I agree.
All right. So what is Mitch going back again?
Mitch is going
It's
again.
me. See, now I have a real one. I mean, not that wasn't a real
No,
pick.
that was a solid choice.
Like, I literally put, for that one, I literally put Tarzan and then put quotes and said loincloth. And then that was it. Like, that was literally my reason.
Yeah, Phil Collins nowhere on that. So disrespectful.
Yeah, that too. So my other pick, and I had to look this one up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Encanto, right? That's not Pixar.
No, that's
the valid one. That's a good one.
So I think the story is just great, even though the grandma is a POS. I mean, come on. She's the only one who doesn't have powers and she treats her like junk for that. Like, that's just stupid. But the story is so great. shows you and little kids that you don't need to have like special powers or a special talent. You could just be yourself and be special in your own way. But then the music in it is just phenomenal. But also her cousin, the one that can hear everything, totally the biggest villain of the story because she could hear Bruno, I'm telling you, in the walls. There's no way that she couldn't hear him. She could hear, everything from miles away. It says it in the song. She didn't hear Bruno in the walls.
No,
That's the
she
biggest
totally
villain of the
did.
story.
Yeah.
But I digress. But Encanto, 100%.
Yeah, I think I've really come to enjoy Encanto since it's come out. I'm also excited to see what they do with Encanto at Animal Kingdom too.
Same here.
I think that's a really good spot over there for them. R.I.P.
Me too.
Dinoland. But I digress. The area itself definitely needed a facelift, and the one thing I do wish that they still included, which would have been really cool if they did this, is keep the boneyard, but make that the Encanto house, so kids could just like play and do things in all the different rooms.
Yeah.
I think that would have been cool to still have because I feel that kids need an area to just run around, get all that energy out, and unfortunately now they don't have that there at Animal Kingdom. And now I do feel like Animal Kingdom is lacking in a few things, unfortunately, even though it is still a great park. But I do feel like with all the construction going on over there now, it is becoming lower on my list of parks, unfortunately. And it is a
100%.
really good movie in the last recent years of animated movies, I have to say. Okay, so I am next. And I think in the third round, it's time to get down to business. And we're going to be defeating some Huns. And my next pick is going to be Mulan.
Don't.
No!
Take it back.
Nope. Let's get down to business, but with all the songs in it. And I think the story in itself with Mulan going to war for her dad and going into battle and showing that, women can kick butt is a great story in itself. And I do enjoy and appreciate that the tone of the movie changes right in the half of it, where it goes from this happy kind of go lucky kind of vibe into once they get out into the battle or the war area, that the tone shifts. Having Shang's dad, his army just get obliterated by the Huns, and now Shang is grieving, but now is trying to live up to his dad's honor as well. And then, of course, you can't forget Mushu. I mean, Mushu is probably one of the best sidekicks ever created in Disney animation. Besides, obviously Genie and whatnot. But I mean, Mushu is just hilarious in itself. And then on top of that, just
And he
overall,
was voiced by Eddie Murphy, right? Mushu was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Perfectly
Before he would
voice
voice
cast.
Donkey and
How perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So my next pick would be Mulan.
Right now, Jason wants to dishonor you
I know.
and your cow. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because literally he took the last two picks that he had were on my list, and like I had to. Well, I had to adjust, and so like he's taken already two. But Mulan is a great choice. I mean, it's roughly based off of a historical story. But when I think about Mulan, I think about my sister, my younger sister, because my younger sister she was very young when the movie came out, and she was so influenced by this female not superhero but hero figure, that she literally wanted to cut her own hair because she wanted to go fight, quote unquote fight, like and so that movie really reminded me
I love
of my
that.
sister. Yeah,
That's
and
amazing.
So, but it's a great, and it's one of the very first portrayals of like Asian culture and inherent history. And so how they adapted that historical story into a Disney movie, it's something that touched a lot of us Asian Americans in our community, so yeah.
No, those are some amazing points there, Jason. I think Mulan is super influential. I wish she had more representation in the program too. Because I think she only has like one meet and greet at Epcot. I am happy that they added her to Fantasmic.
Yeah.
You know, I really am hoping that as Phantasmic still becomes more and more, that they add other fighters into that scene,
Yeah.
kind of like what they used to have with the Pocahontas scene, with all the Indians fighting the colonists and things like that. I hope they kind of add that into that. At some point or time, but
Yeah.
focusing on Shang and Mulan in that scene is also good too, in itself. But be cool to have like that last like little thing where at the end of where they do the kick, the kick with the kendo sticks, would be
Yeah.
really cool to have as the lights go down on them too. But might be a bit
Yeah.
dangerous for the actors and actresses on stage. But I'm sure they can make it work or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, and plus Mulan has her own kill graphic as like over 1,000 on there. Having her own
Yeah.
body count on there is a plus in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like the only princess with a body count,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Is she? Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Jay, I can see your mind spinning.
Yeah, because it shifted. It shifted so much just because Dylan took, but yeah, so if I'm next, right? So
Yep.
Yeah.
all right. So I am gonna go to this one is going to represent my home state. All right. Not Texas. I live in Texas, but this is not my home state. But I am going to go all the way over to the Pacific to the Aloha state, and I'm going to say Lilo and Stitch.
No! Oh,
Oh, you stabbed him where it hurts.
I guess that's what I get.
Yeah.
Karma.
Vengeance.
I mean, yeah, exactly, Steph. But yeah, I can't, it's really just a representation. Like, I'm not a native Hawaiian. I am from Hawaii, but I was born there. I always consider it my home, but I think it's just everybody knows right now it's just too expensive to live in Hawaii right now. So Texas will have to do. But just when I heard Lilo and Stitch was coming out for the first time, I was like, what was that about? What's and then when I start to see the trailers for it, it's like, oh, it's stories taking place in Hawaii. So it's like, okay, I can get with this. And it's sure enough, it became a huge hit. And I just like that they represented the island, they represented the locals, and I could say the same about Moana. But Moana is more of, the explorer, adventure type, whereas Lilo and Stitch is, the fictional and animated. And I think we all just love Lilo and Stitch, Stitch especially. And so I just like the fact that it focused on the lives of what Hawaii is like, and I think that's really, really it. I just like the fact that it's in Hawaii.
Yeah, no, I think Lilo and Stitch is my favorite Disney movie. That is one I can put on at any time of the day and enjoy it, and absolutely love it. And Stitch, of course, is my favorite character.
Yeah.
And by means, I mean, if you look at my pin board, it's covered with Stitch, and everything. And Stitch is just such an iconic character. And yes, I know he has too much representation around the parks, but I don't care. I love Stitch.
No.
I
So,
was
yeah.
waiting for
any
someone
Stitch
to
haters
say
out there,
that.
get out of my podcast. I'm just kidding. Come back. But yeah, no, I think I do agree. He does have a lot of representation in the parks. He has a lot of merchandise. Anywhere I kind of go, even like to regular like Marshalls or anything like that, there's some sort of Stitch merchandise there. And yes, he does have a lot of merchandise. I do agree.
Yeah. It's like Mickey, Minnie, Stitch.
They should just start
Are
calling
you
it
guys?
Kingdom.
What are your thoughts on the attraction that was in Tomorrowland? Was it Stitch's Escape or something like that?
Stitch's
Yes.
Great Escape or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that attraction?
Scary, kind of weird.
Yeah, very weird. Yeah.
Weird.
My wife said the same thing. It was kind of like, it was weird. Like she understood like the theming around it, but she just didn't really get the point of the ride.
Yeah.
She said it was weird too. Yeah.
I just didn't like the part where he burped and it smelled like chili dog, because it really did smell like chili dog. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
But it also, like, if you didn't hold that chest piece that comes down, like if you didn't hold your hands up to stop it, like an inch above your shoulders, when he jumps on you, it hurt. So
Right.
Yeah.
I used to like take my hands and like hold it above my shoulders
Okay.
without a cast member
remember
looking,
that.
and then it would stop at
Yes.
my hands to leave more room, because otherwise you're getting squashed. Like it hurt.
Well,
I liked it though. I feel
Yeah.
like, now it's it's crappy because it's literally just stroller parking.
well, the original ride attraction was Alien Encounter, and
Right.
Creepy as
basically,
hell.
Yeah, it made grown adults cry. So
Yeah, I don't know what Disney was thinking. How is that futuristic? That's
I had to
terrifying.
deal with transportation and teleportation.
Yeah, but
terrifying.
like,
aliens and
could you imagine taking your kid in there? Like, you're just like, oh, it's just a cute little
No.
alien show, and the kid is like peeing in the seat. Like that just never
aliens
sleeps
breathing down
again.
your neck.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
no.
like that's crazy. And they're just like, have a magical day. Like everybody is crying. Like that. What were they thinking?
Switched it over there to Stitch's Great Escape. It was basically the same exact concept, just Stitch now escaping and during his
And wasn't
very
trying
first,
to kill you.
yeah. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I mean, it was a nice ride. It was a good, like, it was always a walk on. Now it's stroller parking and it's an empty building. And I don't remember why they can't figure something out in there. I think there's like a problem inside the attraction to like kind of the
I've
Yeti
heard
in
that.
Everest and why
I
they
think
can't
it's
fix the
something
Yeti.
with like the duct work or something. I've heard that there's something structurally with the building. That's why they haven't repurposed it to a new ride. I've heard that before
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's something like they have to do like the same type of concept. They can't like take it down to make something else. Like it.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've heard.
Because then if they had to, then People Mover would be down for God knows how long. And
people would riot.
You can't forget, I'm going to keep bringing this up. Music. I'm sorry, but music really hits a lot of these movies for me.
You're just a music guy. It's okay. We get it.
I mean, Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride is so good. And
Iconic.
having the kids from the school that they found there to represent the culture is just is so good. I don't know if anyone was there during when Stitch finally came out, but he destroyed the castle and like he threw toilet paper over the castle. He wrote Stitch in here. He just vandalized the entire castle. And my dad tells this story all the time when we went during our yearly trip there. Some woman was bringing her daughter into the park and was like, "Who did this to the castle?"
Oh my God.
They were there on their first Disney trip and they saw the castle.
That's funny.
And they're like, what happened? Who
Our
teased the castle?
got ruined.
And the daughter's sitting there crying.
Oh God. Poor thing.
I was just like, my dad tells me that story all the time. And I'm just like, I really wish I could remember seeing that because of just seeing it's not funny, but like it's funny, you know.
Oh no, it's hilarious.
First time going to Magic Kingdom, you see vandalized castle,
and they have no clue, and they're just like, who would have done such a thing?
They're expecting these beautiful pictures in front of the castle, and it's just like
toilet paper.
Family castle pictures ruined.
Looks like a frat house and just like took over the castle.
I have a question. Can anybody do the Stitch voice?
No, I cannot.
Oh, come on,
I feel like Dylan could.
I know. That's why I'm like asking because I'm like, I think Dylan could low key do something.
Ohana means family.
Yeah, there you go. See,
You see?
Oh, good. That's why.
And it's not because you look like Stitch.
No, it's not because I look like Stitch. No.
All right, who's next? Steph. Is Steph next?
Yeah, Steph is
okay.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask if this one works or not. Nightmare Before Christmas. It's
Let's take a
stop
vote.
animation, play animation.
I vote yes.
Does that one work?
I vote I vote yes.
I vote no because that was my pick.
Well, it's two against one. I'm sorry.
Well, then I'm going with it. I got a couple of yeses.
Yes.
Sorry, Mish.
All
Yes, it
right.
3 out of
works.
3. So
God
Like,
that's a
dang
golden
it.
ticket in my book.
Danny Elfman, the music. Okay, Dylan, right? The music, like word for word, I know every song. Like, in how ahead of the time and innovative that stop animation, the characters, Jack, Sally. I like the underdog, the little mayor that switches his head around. I love that guy. And I love Halloween. That is my favorite season, my favorite holiday. And I'm going to dare say it's a Christmas movie too. I just love that movie so much. And as a kid, I see why some people would be like, oh, it's kind of scary, kind of spooky. Like, not me. I'm like, yes, Halloween Town. I want to live there. It's such a fun movie. And I love all the characters like Oogie Boogie and his little trick-or-treaters, the Lock, Shock, Barrel. Such good villains. But the villain that you kind of love him a little bit, even though he's a bad guy. So that I'm picking that one.
That is so solid.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
I think it's terrible.
The voice too. I don't know who voices Oogie Boogie. But it's just like,
I don't either.
well. Just like as soon as you hear that, you just go, yeah, Oogie Boogie.
Amazing. I can quote
It's
that whole
iconic.
movie.
And he's so iconic, they gave him his own Halloween bash at Disneyland.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like he's got the meet and greet. Like he's so iconic. Like people that weren't even alive when the movie came out still like just love the movie. It's got you go to Walgreens, Walmart, Target, you around
Mhm.
Halloween time, all of it is Nightmare Before Christmas. Not all of it, but you know, like the fact that it's
A
just so
lot.
represented, like it's just really telling. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many
It's
people with
so
tattoos of
good.
Jack Skellington. There's, I
Yes.
mean, Oogie Boogie Bash over in Disney I think it's Disney California Adventure, or is it at
No, it's at California
Yep.
Adventure.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually going to
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
solely
so
going
excited.
because
I'm
of.
gonna ask you.
Yeah, I'm so excited too because I'm solely going there to see Oogie Boogie. Because I feel like you can't see him anywhere. Aside from his own bash, you know, and I'm excited to see like Sid from
Mhm.
Toy Story. But I feel like that's the one
Yes.
villain. If I could see a villain do a meet and greet with a villain, Oogie Boogie would be one of them. And so I'm very excited. Our family's gonna dress up as the Incredibles, and not
Nice.
dress up, but like we're gonna have T-shirts made. I'm gonna go as Mr. Incredible. But yeah, it's good. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be my first actually after hours event. So I'm looking forward to it.
I am so
Yeah.
excited for you. I can't wait to see your
Thanks,
costumes too. That's like the fun part of the Halloween parties is you
Yeah.
get to dress up too. That is so fun. And at Oogie Boogie Bash, the villains, there's way more villains out and about to see, like Ernesto de la Cruz, like villains you don't
Yeah.
even think of. Madam Mim was out. We went I think it's 7 years ago. I want to go back so bad. I dare I say it's might be better than Mickey's Not So Scary.
Okay.
How dare you?
I mean, I have to say the characters are really is what I really want to see is just going through the lines and just seeing these iconic characters. I mean, when they had I think Hades last year, when he got
Yes.
angry, the whole entire background changed to red flames and then went back to blue and when he calmed down and stuff. And so, I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, I wish they had something
So
along the same
cool.
lines at Magic Kingdom. But
Mhm.
they do have like the Dapper Dans dressed up as the Graveyard Dans or something like that. And then they
Mhm.
have
Yes.
the what I just recently saw is now they have the hitchhiking ghosts in one of the walkthroughs for the candy dispensing things in
I saw
nice.
that
stage.
too. Yes.
Last year, I think they came out with the new Jack Skellington a headpiece for him, so he doesn't look weird
Yes.
or anything like that. So
Yeah.
It looks
he looks so
kind
much.
of
Looks so much better.
summer-people. So
Yeah,
much better.
actually looks like
Mhm.
Jack Skellington, not like a weird puppet or something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the cast members all got new uniforms this year for Mickey's Not So Scary as well. And I think they're ugly. I don't know. I don't like them.
Boo.
Yeah,
I
Whoa.
didn't know what they were when they first announced them. I was like looking at the show, I'm like, what is that? And then they showed the
Yeah.
close up, and
What?
it's the dancing
It,
skeletons. Yeah. At least they still have the bats. I'm cool with that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
yeah.
I guess it was
Mm-mm.
to make them less hot, I guess. I don't know, maybe that was a big complaint with the costumes, but
Yeah,
Oh.
um
a lot of them are like really excited that it's nice and cool because
mhm,
apparently there was so much layering in the other ones. But I just feel like it's hard to
Oh.
see them. Like it's dark. Like I don't know. Like I'm happy you're comfortable, but it was
yeah.
iconic. Like why are we being less whimsical? Like stop it.
Someone made it look, they said it looks like a Marriott Bonvoy hotel like
It
deal
does.
there. I was like, that seems about right.
That's funny. Okay,
I'm
so
happy for the cast members. They're comfortable and stuff like that. I do wish they would have made those shirts and designs similar to their old costumes.
okay. Okay. Oh boy. So the heat is on. The pressure is on. All right. I think I'm going to go with Princess and the Frog.
Ah, come on.
Choice.
Ah,
You're throwing me off here, Steph.
Tiana's Bayou. Like I love her story. She's such a good female character. Tiana's such a strong female character. She works hard. She's big into family, friendship. Um, she owns her own business. She has big dreams and aspirations. She's an awesome princess. It's a fun storyline. I think Dr. Facilier is a good villain. And let's see, what else were my notes? Oh, the Louis, the alligator, he's so fun. Ray, the little firefly, all the little friends. The characters are really fun too. The music is great. And she got her own ride at Disney. I love that. I love that ride so much.
Yeah, even though I do miss Splash Mountain and everything, I think Tiana's is a good ride. I do feel that Disneyland does a better job, just with the amount of space that they had for it, because it's more height at Disneyland compared to Magic Kingdoms, which they had a little bit more extra space. So I feel like at Magic Kingdom, there's like lulls in the ride, which is fine, but it does take away from the storyline in itself, which I also feel is a little cluttered. But the movie itself is fantastic. I mean, I love the Shadow Man. His song is so good. And then of course all the other characters like Louis and Prince Naveen, and of course Tiana and herself, and her magic beignets, which I love absolutely to death.
Oh.
When I go to French Quarter,
And they brought the
it's a must
beignets
grab.
to Disney World. They usually only had them
Yeah.
over at Disneyland, and we got them at
Mhm.
Disney World.
I know. It's just they're so delicious too. But yeah, I mean, the one
So
thing I
good.
really wish that they did, which I feel like a lot of people will probably agree on, is when you're going up the lift hill on Tiana's, I wish that they just had that bum 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 of the Shadow Man song going up, like, "Are you
yes.
ready?" And as you're going up the lift hill, that's
Yes.
just getting you ready to go down that drop. I think, it's just that just
Yes.
they missed an opportunity there, and I understand why, because they don't want voodoo related things in the parks, and I get it, but at the same
Yep.
time, you missed the mark on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's such a good
that's a
point.
great.
I don't know.
It's one of the great movies because when Princess and the Frog came out, I didn't really think highly of it. I just thought, oh, it's just another excuse my language, but half-assed movie that they just sent out. But then when I actually went into the movie theaters to watch it, it's like I was blown away. Like
Yeah.
and it's especially because the it was animated in not Pixar. It was like one of the newest animated Disney movies they actually made, and it wasn't Pixar or stop motion. So I really felt the music behind it, the
Yeah.
representation of the Cajun, the Cajun background, and I love Cajun food. I love everything about Louisiana, and like the fact that I'm a huge Pirates fan, so the fact that there's a history of pirates along the Gulf Coast, that really attracted me. So everything about the Gulf Coast Louisiana being part of it, and so yeah, I mean, definitely a great movie.
Mhm.
But you definitely messed up my roster now, Stephanie. So I I
We're
gotta look
getting
for
down
another
to the
one.
wire. You got
She
good
took my
ones.
cue. Like,
Yeah.
Getting down to the wire.
I literally wrote down Nightmare Before Christmas. I was so excited. I was doing a happy dance, and then
Yeah.
she said it, and then I was like, okay, fine, Princess and the Frog. And then she says that, and I was
Oh
like, damn
no!
it! Like, oh.
Shoot. Sorry, not
No,
It's
sorry, I
okay.
guess.
Disney.
That's okay. It's the way the game goes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jason, I
dang.
do agree. I think one of the things about Princess and the Frog and why I wasn't into it was because Disney had that streak of terrible movies. I mean,
Yeah.
they went
Yeah.
from I think like I forget what happened, but it was like you had Emperor's New Groove, which didn't do well in the box office, and then they came
Mhm.
out with Chicken Little, terrible,
Yeah.
and then they came out with
Right.
Home on the
Yeah.
Range, which is even worse.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then they bring in this princess movie, and everyone's like, "Where is this going?" Like, you just
Right.
had 3 really bad movies back to back to back, and now here we are. And this was also in that transition phase of going from that 2D animation drawing to the 3D animation drawing too,
Right.
where Disney was pushing into that 3D animation from where they got Pixar and whatnot. So they're trying to move into like a better animation style. But I think at that point, the movies themselves were suffering and the storylines too, up until Tiana's finally came out, and then kind of revived a little bit in life into Disney animation at that point.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
after that, then you had Tangled, then you had Frozen, then you had
Right.
X,
Yeah.
Y, and Z. And
Yeah,
then
it was like
Yeah.
win after
It
win
just
after win
started.
after
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
All right. Who's next?
that would be you.
Is it me?
You.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 4. I don't think any of y'all are gonna have this one because this one, although the character is very popular, but I don't think many of you probably seen the movie, but I don't think you guys actually probably put it on your list. But it's The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
That was actually on my list, but I'm not mad at it. But that was actually on my list.
So my Disney lore, I guess you can say, started back in Japan. Like well, even before that, my first visit to the parks was when I was very young at the Magic Kingdom. But I don't remember. I slowly started to remember more of attending the parks when I was in Japan. So I got to visit Tokyo Disneyland. And in the early 2000s, when Tokyo Disney Sea had opened, I was able to attend the grand opening of 2 months after, or the 2 months after the grand opening. So I got to see it all up close. But the reason why I picked The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, because that was the very first Disney movie I saw. Out of all the movies I've seen, this is the very first VHS my parents bought me was this one. And the reason why I connected with it is because, what's the boy's name?
Christopher Robin. Mhm.
Christopher Robin. Yeah, he has this connection with the teddy bear, right? And so to show you, I had a connection with a stuffy, and I'm going to show it to you right now. Nobody's ever seen this, but this is the same teddy bear that I've had.
Stop.
Wow.
He's a Franken bear now because he's all stitched up.
But that just shows you how
Yes,
loved he is.
Yeah.
Loved. Oh.
But yeah, so he's lost his nose, his eyes like all messed up. But I had I really thought I was kind of weird because first of all, I've never seen any of my other friends have a stuffy or a what do you call it? Something sentimental like that. And so when I watched it and I saw Christopher Robin having this relationship with the Pooh, I felt that instant connection. It's like, oh, okay, it's fine. It's okay for me to have a stuffy. It's okay. And I've had him for a very long time. I took him to college. I had him when I was in the army, and it really meant a lot. So that's why I picked number 4, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, only because I can personally relate to it.
Jay, does he have a name?
It's very simple. It's John. I knew.
Are you serious? That's
Yeah,
so cute.
I knew an older brother. Yeah, an older brother type when I was young. And his name was John. He was a family friend. I've always been the oldest. So I am the oldest out of 3. And so I've always had to take on that role as caretaker for my siblings, but I never had anybody above me, you know. So, but I had this friend. He was older than me, and his name was John. And I named, for some reason, when I wanted to name him, I named him John because this John took care of me. He took care of me as like a younger brother. And so
Aw.
I don't know whatever happened to him. You know, military families come and go. So, but yeah, this is John.
John
That is
Bear,
so
that's so
John Bear.
cute.
Yeah.
You did that just to get everybody's vote, I
Well,
can say.
I didn't. I guess I didn't really mean to, but if I get the points, I'll take them. You know?
The audience is now heartstrung, and they're like, "Oh,
I
makes me
know,
Yeah.
so-"
like, oh.
Yeah, grab your Kleenexes.
We are getting down to the wire, and I have 6 movies on my list that I would love to pick all of them for. However, I know I can't, so I have to be very strategic here in which ones I pick next. And I think I have to go with this one, and it's gonna be The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh,
So Kyle, if you're watching, I got your vote right. Hey.
That's for sure Kyle's movie.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh, that's
Hunchback.
a good one.
Hunchback in itself, you know, the architecture of France and Notre Dame is just so iconic. The soundtrack itself too, with not just, you know, the happy Festival of Thieves, but all the way down to the more dark and sinister parts of Hellfire from Count Frollo, and just him being such a villainous character. I mean, he's more of a realistic time, like in person, like time frame now, like in the modern era of like a being a villain, you know, which is how evil he is, and just trying to rid the world of what he believes is evil, and you know, when in fact like these are normal people in the real life that are just like poor and impoverished and just, you know, gypsy people. But in the same sense, like he tried to murder a child, like a baby, because he thought it was born from the devil. And in retrospective, and then being this caring man, it brings to light like how great of a person Quasimodo is. And not only that, but obviously the music itself is really great. But him at the top of Notre Dame, and he's yelling "Sanctuary" and everything, and it's just really
Iconic.
iconic. Yeah. And then of course my favorite at the end is when Frollo gets his demise and the gargoyle smiles with this like sadistic grin, knowing that, you know, Frollo is about to be cast into the pit of flames down below Notre Dame, into what I would believe in what I'm assuming the director and the artists were going for is hell there for him.
I was going to
Um,
say Hellfire,
yeah.
just like he's saying about.
Yeah. And of course, I don't know if anybody saw the play when it was at Hollywood Studios or MGM Studios at the time, but it was so good. As a kid, it was like one of my other favorite shows, and I was, you know, they had it over by where Galaxy's Edge is now. Currently, they had the show Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I believe you can actually still find on YouTube somewhere deep in the dark depths of YouTube Disney. I mean, Hunchback of Notre Dame is just such a good iconic movie, and just the visualization, the very beginnings of the bells of Notre Dame as well. And this is one of the first live action movies that I hope is still coming out, that I'm actually kind of excited for, and hope to God they do a good version of it.
I always get nervous when they remake live actions, because it just will they do it justice? Like with the new Moana one, there was a lot of mixed reviews. So yeah, Hunchback will be an interesting one to see how they portray that and do that.
I gotta be honest with you. Hunchback was one of those movies that I've only seen bits and parts of it. I haven't seen the whole movie through. One of the songs that he sings, I think I don't know what the name of it is, but it's one of the ones that Quasimodo sings. But the guy singing, I didn't like his voice. It had too much fluctuation at certain points, and it had like, I don't know if it's called a vibrato or whatever, but like it just wasn't steady. It wasn't. So every time I play my Disney playlist on Spotify and that song comes on, it's like I have to skip it. I'm sorry. His voice is just, it wasn't smooth. It wasn't smooth or stable. It just seemed everywhere or sounded everywhere. And so every time I think about Hunchback, I just think about that song, and it's like, no, I if they do a live action, they do sing it. I know how Josh Gad sings. Hopefully, it'll be better. But I will go back and watch it. But it's one of those movies I only watch bits and pieces of it. Like it didn't really catch my attention. Yeah.
It better not be my favorite song
I bet you it's
because
One Day out there or
I,
out.
it,
Yeah,
I
I
was going to
think
say
Mhm.
it better not be.
I think it
That's a
was. I
great
don't know.
song. It has to be.
Kick him off. No.
That's my car karaoke song. Anytime that comes on, I'm like, oh, here we
Well,
I know.
I'm sure Dylan can sing it better.
no.
Okay. I just
Absolutely not.
I just don't, even if he did it in
Move
Stitch's voice,
it, sing it.
but
I'd
it's
sound like
just when,
Iago trying to sing us melody there.
yeah.
I don't part like on the castle projection during the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, they have One Day Out There or whatever, that part. And when he hits that last note, like I just start crying. Like, so it better not be that song because if it is,
Well, I don't want this podcast to be violent, so I'll just let's just stop it right there. I said it's not that I hate the movie, okay? It's just I can't really stand to listen to that song, but we will keep it PG-13 for now. You know, we can
noted.
no violence.
Do not vote for Jason's pick.
All right. So Mish is next then?
Mish is
For
next.
fourth? Okay.
I mean, I feel like I don't even have any more picks. Like every time I wrote one down, somebody said it. Like, ugh.
It's getting
have two, like,
harder. It's getting a lot harder.
It really is because you take Pixar out of it and it really does limit the amount of movies, you know. I mean they're good ones, but it's not my picks, you know. So I feel like I'm kind of just grasping at straws here. Okay, I think I'm going to go with my classic, you know, go-to movie that like anytime I'm having like a rough day, anytime that I'm like just unable to sleep or, you know, just I need that like Disney feels magic movie. For me as a kid, it was always Peter Pan.
Oh, that was on
Solid
my
choice.
big list, but not my 5.
Classic.
Yeah, it's nothing. I feel like it's a good movie. I don't feel
Yeah.
like it's something that I put on all the time, but it's
Yeah.
definitely like my comfort movie. It's my cozy movie. I don't know what it is. Something about that movie growing up as a kid. It's just something that I can put on and
Mhm.
literally fall asleep. Not that it was boring,
Yeah.
but it just felt like I don't know. It just to me it was Peter Pan was Disney, and it just felt like my cozy movie. It was just kind of like my piece in movie form. So
I agree.
you know,
Yeah.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan's excellent.
Well, and what classic characters too? Like you have Tinkerbell, Captain Hook. You know, the ride at Disney's so good. It's just super nostalgic movie.
Yeah.
I think people who don't love Disney as much as us Disney adults, you say name a movie.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, Peter Pan."
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
100%. It's just nostalgic. It's just I feel
Yeah.
like it's just childhood. You know,
Yeah.
just like Goofy movie is kind of one of those too. I feel like when you tell somebody to like name your childhood in a movie, you know, I feel like Peter Pan is definitely up there.
Well, it's funny because I used to fall asleep to the movie Hook
Oh,
Oh, I love that
another
movie.
with Robin Williams. Yeah.
Love that movie.
I can watch it, right? Yeah, I can watch
Yep.
that over and over again. I can have that on the background and fall asleep. So
Oh
I know
yeah.
I know how you feel, Mish, like about Peter
Yeah.
Pan. Yeah.
Yeah, not that it was boring, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Hook is amazing, you
Yeah.
know, but it was just something about it. It just kind of like calmed your nervous system. It relaxed
like,
you. It just
yeah.
kind of felt like cozy, you know, just something about it. Like
Yeah,
it's just,
comforting.
you know, yeah, it's home. You know, like I said, same thing for you with like Winnie the Pooh. It was just
Yeah.
kind of like your comfort.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
and there are other movies that kind of feel that way, but like nothing like really truly matches that for you. And Peter
Yeah.
Pan was that movie for me.
Yeah. Agree. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. That's a good one.
it's the final round. Dun,
I
dun,
know.
dun,
This is my last pick
dun.
and I don't know like I feel like they're not great. I mean, they're I don't have great reasons. I don't know. I mean, okay. I'm just going to say it. The Little Mermaid. And I'll say it because my daughter is very obsessed with Ariel since, oh my gosh, since like she could first pick any type of movie, you know, before she could even actually say the word Ariel. Like Ariel was just her princess and still is. So it kind of holds a special place in my heart for that reason. I don't really care for her attitude as an adult. I think she's a spoiled brat. But she doesn't listen, and I would probably have words with her. But I feel like because my daughter loves her so much, like that's the reason why I want to pick it. It's also, again, very nostalgic. Dylan's waiting because Dylan wants me to say my real reason.
I know your real reason, and I've been waiting for you to say
Oh,
your real
no.
reason there, Mish.
My real reason is Zaddy Triton. I mean, hands down, the hottest Disney dad out there. I mean, abs for days, knows how to handle his kids. I mean, he raised how many daughters? What, 7 or something like that? With no other mom figure? Yeah, he had a crab. Okay, big deal. He ruled the
He had a
entire
crab.
ocean, right? And he still chose to somehow work out, because you don't just get abs like that just from sitting around. Just he is the hottest thing. His Triton is ginormous. That's all I'm gonna say. And for those reasons, Little Mermaid. For those of you who are just listening and not actually seeing, Jason's face just turned really red, and his cheeks are so high up underneath his eyes. It is hilarious. Just to give you a visual.
I mean, no, he's got a good workout routine.
You see?
I would really love to pick his brain about how does he keep himself so fit, having that many daughters, having that many kids, and still be able to be in good shape. But I mean, he
Yep.
is he technically a god,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know, but I
Poseidon,
call him a god.
right? King
Poseidon,
Triton is technically Poseidon, in my opinion.
right? Or are they brothers? Is
I'm not
Poseidon
sure.
and Triton? Yeah. Anyways, but
Any
yeah, I
history
mean,
buffs out there,
dude,
let
the
us know in the
dude's in
comments.
great shape. Yeah. But yeah, it is kind of weird, having a friend call Triton Zaddy. So, but
He is very much Zaddy. He is Zaddy. It
yeah,
is not Daddy. It is Zaddy
It-
Triton.
okay,
It's just a known thing. He is a zaddy. It's
yeah,
known.
Exactly. Listen, I may not get y'all's vote, with that, but for sure, the Instagram world, anybody else who votes, if it's Disney moms, I'm definitely getting their vote with that one. I'm just saying.
Hashtag Zaddy Triton.
Yes, say it loud.
All right. So for my 5th and final pick, I am going with an early 2000s movie. I'm going to get out of the 90s finally. And I am going to go with a classic movie that I think does not get enough appreciation at all, but will definitely get me maybe 1 or 2 extra votes out there on the internet. Because to me, as a kid, I grew up watching this movie and it scared the living bejesus out of me with one of the evil villains in it. But as I've come to watch it more, I have really loved and appreciated the movie more and more each time, just because of the visual effects and what it represents in my opinion, maybe one of the better movies that has gone really underappreciated over the years. I'm going with Treasure Planet.
oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
And reason being is I really enjoyed, watching Treasure Island as a kid. The very, very old, I think
hmm
1960s, 1970s version of it that Disney made.
hmm
And then, of course, how could anyone ever forget Muppet Treasure Island, which I think is probably one of the best movies
So
ever
good.
created.
yeah.
Muppets.
Absolutely.
um, besides, of course, Scrooge and everything like that. But anyways, I really love Treasure Planet. I think it is visually stunning. I think the characters are great. I think the one song that's in it is so good, and just it really, Jim Hawkins just being this outcast kind of kid, down on his luck kind of guy, but then he finds this treasure map and he's kind of just looked down upon, by everybody, and he doesn't know what his purpose is in life until, he thinks he's just kind of like this, mediocre guy. And, the villain, of course, makes him feel like a better person in the end. And also the crab guy in that movie, oh my God, scared the living out of me. That thing is gnarly, disgusting, and just so creepy. And whoever voices him, you did a great job. You scared me as a kid. But I think Treasure Planet, that's going to be my 5th and final pick on that my list there for that.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely underrated. I think it's not, it hasn't been given enough props. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed watching it when it first came out. I don't know why there was so much hatred over it. I don't know. Maybe they didn't make the connection with.
Target audience and everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
Treasure Planet, Treasure. What's the other one? What's the old school that we were just
Treasure
talking about?
Island.
Treasure Island. I don't know why they couldn't make that connection. I mean, it's it's taken a just a different view, but yeah, I really agree. Underrated movie, um, which I forgot about, but yeah, good pick.
Yeah,
I can
this
honestly say
I
I've
think
never actually sat through it.
I don't think I've seen it probably since like the early 2000s. I maybe
Yeah,
Mm.
it's been a while.
20 years probably since I've seen that movie.
Okay, Jason, what is your final pick?
Mine is going to be. It's not. I guess it's still kind of newish. I mean, it's been out for a while, but it's still in the 2000s. DCA, California Adventure, recently revamped one of their areas to kind of reflect or kind of show this area, kind of mixture of Cali and Japan. If you guys know where I'm going with this, Big Hero 6.
Good choice.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
going.
on my list too.
Yeah, Big Hero 6.
Yes.
I think,
Good
as you
one.
guys know, I grew up in Japan, so but I also lived in Northern California. I was stationed there. I was a reservist in the Northern California area too. So I know the Bay Area pretty well. As much as I like it, I would never want to live there. It's just too expensive and just not my crowd per se, but I did enjoy, seeing like the scenery and, being next to the Pacific Ocean. But so when I saw Big Hero 6 combine Japan and San Francisco together to make San Francisco, I was like, that's pretty dope. And then to see Hero go from losing his brother to gaining, who would have thought that the friend, Hero's brother's friends would be his friends, and you can see the friends, it's very diverse, right? And so me growing up as a military kid, my choice of friends were very diverse as well. As much as I I hate to see the amount of hatred that goes on in today's society, how the media portrays one side only. I grew up listening, being able to have open ears, take in, take in what my friends' culture is like, where they come from. Like my friends never forced me to believe in anything or I just accepted them as who they are, and so to see, Hero with a group of friends that are very diverse from different backgrounds and different personalities, I was like, that kind of shows how I see my friends, how I would like to choose my friends.
Dang, that
Yeah,
was good.
That was a really good pick.
I can't
Thank
follow
you.
that.
Okay, Steph, what is your
Uh,
final pick?
this
No pressure, no
level,
pressure.
I've been so nervous. Like all the ah. Okay, I was in between like a couple different ones. But I think I'm gonna go with one of like my favorite female characters. And I'm gonna go with Beauty and the Beast because
Um,
I love Belle. She's one of my favorite female characters. I see myself in her, kind of like the quiet, nerdy, loves to read, but also yearns for adventure. And adventure she got. And a little bit of that. What's that syndrome where like you get captured and you fall in love with your captor?
Oh,
But that which is weird. But like I love the Beast and I love like all the side characters like Mrs. Potts and Chip, Lumiere, Cogsworth. They're such fun characters, and the story's fun. And I wish Belle, I don't know, like how she kind of developed throughout the story. She ended up turning this relationship that started turmoil into like a friendship and then eventually love. She gave him a chance, kind of the underdog or beast, as they would say. But yeah, I love Belle as a character. She's sweet, she's fun, and I think Gaston is amazing. Like, he's not a zaddy, but he's a good looking fella, and he would agree.
Yep.
One of my favorite
He-
characters to meet over by Gaston's Tavern. We met him a couple times, and he is hilarious. So I just think all the characters are really fun in the movie. And so I'm gonna end with Beauty and the Beast. It's just a classic. I love it. It's kind of one for me that like I could always throw it on for like a comfort for me. And I love the music. I love the music in that too.
Yeah.
Classic music. So I'm gonna end on that one.
But I don't think she liked him after he turned into what's his real name? Prince Adam,
Adam.
or something.
Prince Adam.
I don't think that she liked him. If you look at when he transforms, like she sits there, she scrunches her nose and tilts her head, and she just kind of like looks at him like, I also feel like
different person. Yeah.
right? Like and people are like, oh, well, she was just making sure it was him. I'm like, she just watched him transform. Like it's him. But like, I feel like Disney missed the mark. They could have given him like some sort of beard or facial hair.
Yeah.
Like, how do
totally.
you go from being a complete beast to just clean shaved? Yeah, he had long hair, but like, I don't know. It just, he looked so much better as the beast. Like, I totally understand why she fell in love with him.
I
I
agree. I think I liked him as the Beast too. We needed a
I
part
mean, if you
two.
look, go watch that part. I kid you not. She scrunches her nose and she tilts her head like,
It is a
what did I
confused look.
do?
You are absolutely right. It is kind of somewhat of a confused look, but yeah.
Right? Like, she's like, Gaston, did he really die, or is he just wounded at the bottom of the castle? Like,
You might have to give him a chance now.
right? Like, maybe I can put him back together. Maybe he's like Humpty Dumpty. Maybe
Daddy, I can fix him. And also, like Josh Gad, is such a good why am I blanking on his friend's name? LeFou. He's perfect. Like,
He was
Josh
a good
Gad
choice,
is
yeah.
Disney magic. You know what I mean? You put him in any role, but LeFou, he was perfect for that role.
He was amazing.
So
he was
amazing. Yes.
My favorite line that he says in the live action was where he's like describing Belle or something, and he goes, she has a certain je ne sais quoi, and Gaston was like, I don't know what that means, and then he just like goes away. Like, it is like the best. Like, he did such a great job at LeFou. I mean, it's just perfection.
He did.
Perfection.
That was a live action remake that I really did like. I liked Emma Watson. I liked all the characters. They did a good job with that one.
I agree.
Except they screwed up her dress, but other than that,
know.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yep.
Jason, I'm pretty sure you could probably take on Gaston in that push-up challenge, with all the
So
push-ups
I was about to bring that
you
up. That's actually one of my goals one of these days. It's on my bucket list to challenge. And I've seen YouTube videos of some people, challenging him, and it's like, you guys are not ready for that. Like,
No. He's doing the one-handed push-ups like nothing, and he's just watching them, and they're just like, oh, all right, never mind.
Yeah. So that's my on my bucket list. I do want to challenge him to a push-up contest. But but Gaston is actually my favorite villain. And then number 2 would be Hades, but Gaston is like my number 1. I think one time I was on a Discord once, and it was like a Disney game of some sort of but it was 12 dozen eggs. That's what because he sings about how he eats 12 dozen eggs, and I don't eat that many eggs, but he is my favorite villain.
Well, that is a very, very good draft, I think, by everybody. Does anybody have any honorable mentions?
I have one. Mine is The Fox and the Hound.
That was good.
I think it was one of the movies that both my brother and I kind of teared up. I never teared up when Bambi's mother, I never teared up, but
I did. I cried.
but for some reason, the Fox and the Hound, it's like, friends that couldn't be friends, and so that's an honorable mention.
Mish, do you have one?
Not really. I mean, I like Pocahontas, but mostly because of Coquitlam.
Yeah, that was on my list too.
I thought he was gonna say John Smith.
No. John Smith can go away. I mean, Pocahontas is really going to give up a man with, a chest that looks like that with tattoos. Like, come on. She really didn't know what she had until it was gone. Like, come on. But I mean, I guess one of the movies that I really liked that I didn't really know if other people knew, but the DuckTales movie, it's the treasure one.
Okay.
Treasure of the Lost Lamp, the one that's like basically Indiana Jones, but in DuckTales form.
Steph, what's your honorable mention?
I actually kind of had 2. one is Alice in Wonderland. I do like that movie a lot. It's just when I think Disney, I think Alice in Wonderland. It's a classic with the characters, and it's just like super trippy and weird for that time. Now watching it as an adult, I'm like, what were they on making this?
Yeah, what was in that tea?
What was in that tea exactly? But that's and the characters are really fun. Like they've done so many renditions in TV shows and live remakes.
Yep.
So that one's kind of a nostalgic one for me. But one I really love, a little more recent, is Wreck-It Ralph. Like I love Wreck-It Ralph, and
Yeah.
I feel like they don't get as much representation either. Like Fix-It Felix is just the cutest little guy, and Vanellope von Schweetz is fun. I think she drives her little candy car, and Wreck-It Ralph is in one of the parades at Disney, or maybe just around Halloween. I can't remember, but
yeah, it's in the Mickey's Not So Scary parade
Yes.
thing, the Boo to You. Yeah.
It's also in
Yep.
the Merry Christmas parade as well.
Okay, like I know
Ooh.
it's in some of the parades, but I couldn't remember which one. But my husband and I actually went as Wreck-It Ralph and Felix for a
Nice.
Halloween one year. We did like the crazy red hair and everything, and I had like a little hamper and my little belt, and it was really cute. So that was just like a super fun movie that I really liked.
A few that were on, I just listed a few more on my list, but one that really sticks out to me is Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Is an honorable mention in my book. I think that's also one of those other movies that goes really underrated, and things like that. A few other movies I have on my list. Of course, I have like Frozen, Moana, Cinderella, the classic Disney princesses. But I also have The Great Mouse Detective, which I think is such a good iconic movie that goes really under the radar and forgotten there a lot too. So, but to recap our list here, I will go down with Mish first for her picks. She has The Emperor's New Groove, Tarzan, Encanto, Peter Pan, and The Little Mermaid. Myself, I have The Lion King, Hercules, Mulan, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Treasure Planet. Jason, you have The Goofy Movie, Robin Hood, Lilo and Stitch, Winnie the Pooh, and Big Hero 6. And then finally, Steph, you have Aladdin, Tangled, Nightmare Before Christmas, Princess and the Frog, and Beauty and the Beast. So that rounds up our final round there in our honorable mentions. So now we're going to pick whoever we vote had the best list, and make sure you do not vote for yourself. So I guess what we'll do is, Mish, since you went first, you get the first vote on who you think who has the best pairing or best group.
I mean, everybody had really good picks. I mean, Dylan, Hercules for sure, and Hunchback. Those two I circled because just those are really good picks. But Jason has Goofy Movie, Robin Hood, Winnie the Pooh nostalgic, and Big Hero. But then Steph has Aladdin, which hottie, and then if you go to the next one, it's like Aladdin 2 or something like that, and you have Zaddy Aladdin, so like so like that's like Aladdin adjacent. So like I literally wrote Zaddy ? Next to it. But she's got Tangled, which has Flynn, hello, Smolder, Nightmare Before Christmas, Princess and the Frog is amazing, and then what's the last one? Beauty and the Beast. I mean, I feel like Jason and Steph need to do rock paper scissors for me to pick because they're just so great. For female purposes, I think I'm gonna go with Steph because she has the most zaddies in the list for me. The most zaddies. So
I'm gonna write that down. Most zaddies.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely vote Steph. Steph, just great picks.
Thank you.
Some of them were my picks too, so I feel like that's where it kind of won me over.
For me, I mean, I think Mish said it all. I think everyone
said
had
a lot.
amazing choices here. I think we all really rounded out on all the fantastic picks and everything like that for movie wise. I mean, Mish hitting off with Emperor's New Groove, and Tarzan, Peter Pan, very nostalgic, and recent movies as well with Encanto. And then Jason, of course, the Goofy movie, diehard Goofy movie fan. And then, of course, taking Lilo and Stitch from me. But I guess I deserve that after Hercules and Mulan. And then, of course, with Robin Hood too. I mean, just so great. And then, of course, with Steph, hitting on Aladdin, Tangled, Beauty and the Beast, Princess and the Frog. And then, of course, Nightmare Before Christmas, which you can now start watching because apparently August means fall
Yeah.
to Disney now, I guess, which I don't understand because it's still summer. But yeah, you can start watching Nightmare Before Christmas and go on for the next 6 months and watch it. But I think for my pick, only because I am a diehard Stitch fan, I'm going with Jason. So Jason gets my pick.
All right. Thank you. For me, I mean, I think each one of you guys had taken, a movie or two, from me. They're all movies, I've watched, but I think if I'm coming to if I'm looking at what movies I've watched the most, I would say Stephanie has the list where I've repeatedly watched over and over again. Aladdin, Tangled, Nightmare Before Christmas, Princess and the Frog, and Beauty and the Beast. Those are all movies I know for sure I've seen for sure more than 20, 30 times. So my vote would be for Stephanie's list.
Thank you. This is hard. I thought picking the movies themselves would be hard. It's choosing the best grouping of the movies is, I think, the hardest part. And you guys all made super good points. All of your lists have one that I had on that I wanted too. So,
yeah, my points were really good. Abs, Zaddy, and loincloth.
Yeah.
Those were all very
I just
good
want to
points.
I just want to point out I didn't pick Stephanie's because of the Zaddies. Okay, it just so happened that Mish was going first. She had a point of Zaddies. I get it, but my reason of why I picked Stephanie's wasn't because of Zaddy status. Okay,
I'm glad you clarified. I was wondering. No. There's so many good classics on here. Jason hit me in the feels with a lot of his Mish for obvious reasons loincloth. But I'm gonna have to give it to Dylan. He had the top ones on his list that I also had that I was devastated. He picked Lion King, Hercules, Mulan, and I'm similar in that way with you, Dylan. I love a lot of these movies because of the music, and I think that primarily Lion King, Hercules, and Mulan and Hunchback, those four mostly, the music just resonates with me. I know those songs word for word. I've seen those movies, like Jason, you said 100 times. So because of that, I will go with your list.
Thank you. And for our final winner, we have Stephanie with 2 votes. Woo! Round of applause. Now, audience, it is on to you on who you believe has the best list, and I will post that on here. Boom, posted. There we go. So I just want to say thank you, Jason. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us on this very first podcast. It has been a pleasure to get to know you even more, even though we speak here and there on Instagram and everything like that. But it was great to have you both on here. And thank you for joining us on our very first episode of our podcast here. We definitely appreciate it. Do you want to do another shout out of yourselves and let us know where we can find you? Jason, do you want to go first?
Yeah, again, you can find me on Instagram and only on Instagram. So if you see anything on Facebook or TikTok that's supposedly me, that's not me. Okay. But Instagram at yoho.daddio. I'm also the co-host of the Dadcast. I'm still trying to get used to that. But you can find us on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok on that one. I think Kyle handles that though. So, but thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Mish, for having me.
Stephanie, where can we find you?
Yeah, so I'm Midwest Magical _Steph. I'm on primarily Instagram and also Facebook. And I want to thank you as well, Dylan and Mish, for having us on. This was really fun, and I'm honored, and I'm sure Jason is too, to be the very first guest. This was so fun. So fun.
Very fun. Very fun.
This was great. I really enjoyed this, and I had a lot of fun. And I hope one of these days that all of us can meet in the parks at some point and, hang out and do something like that. But yeah, hopefully one of these days.
Check out some
Yeah, hope you
zaddies.
guys don't see me in a different light now.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you guys and maybe our listeners are gonna learn some
I'm
things
not
about
gonna
me.
see the Little Mermaid ride the same anymore.
Jason's gonna hop off, and it's gonna be an emergency evac
Yeah.
on right before the ending there.
No, his shell will get stuck right in the front of it.
Right there, it's gonna get
Listen,
stuck.
if
Sorry,
I ever
we
get
can't get
stuck,
you out of the shell as of right now. You gotta sit here for another hour.
if I ever get stuck at that point, there's trouble. I'm just saying.
Well, we know where Mish will be if we ever need to find her at Magic Kingdom, that's for sure. But thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please comment down below who you think did the best in this month's version of Draft Day Magic. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you all again for listening and enjoying this podcast. And I hope you have a magical rest of your day. Bye, everyone.
Dream it, draft it, watch them soar.